I'm Carl Martin C. Felisilda. I'll be sharing what I've learned so far in our ethics class and how it was helped me to grow both as a person and as a future professional. When I first saw ethics on our course list, I thought it was just about learning what's right and wrong, something basics, maybe even common sense. But as the weeks went on, I realized that ethics isn't just about knowing what's right. What's right? It's about understand why we choose to do what's right and how those choices affect the people around us. It's about awareness, responsibilities, and the kind of person we want to be in the real world. One of the most meaningful lessons I've learned in this class is not just theoretical, it's practical and deeply connected to real life. Every decision we make, whether big or small, reflects our values. Like in engineering, this become even more important. A single mistakes or unethical choices in design, construction, or testing can risk lives, waste resources, or harm the environment. That's why our ethical foundation matters just as much as our technical skills. In our class, we talk about moral, responsibility, integrity, and professional ethics. Those concepts made me think about what kind of engineer I want to become. I'm in mechanical engineering, we're trained to design machines, systems, and technologies. But behind every machines are people who will use it or be affected by it. It reminded me that our role is not only to create but also to protect and also to serve and to ensure that we build truly benefits societies. And ethics also made me reflect on my personal experience as a student. There were times I faced temptations to take shortcuts like copying classmates' works, ignoring a group task, or just doing a bare minimum to pass. Through this class, I started to understand that these all actions are reflections of bigger ethical choices. If I can't be honest or responsible now as a student, how can I expect to be trustworthy as a professional later on? Another thing I learned is that ethics shape how we deal with others. It teaches respect, empathy, fairness. In group project, for example, I've learned to listen more, to value each member inputs, and to treat people with kindness even when opinion clash. Ethics helps me realize that being ethical isn't just about following rules. It's about building good relationship and earning the respects of others. We also discussed socio-political issues in class, and I began to see how ethics applies not just to individuals but to whole system like government, corporation, and institutions. Problems such as corruptions, inequality, and environmental neglect often happen because of unethical failures. As future professionals, we have a role in breaking that cycle. We can contribute to a culture of integrity and accountability by simply doing our work with honesty and conscience. One particular topic that stuck with me was engineering, ethics, and safety. I realized how serious our responsibility is when designing structures or machines in the future. Even small miscalculations or a decision to cut corners can endanger lives. That thought really made me appreciate why we study ethics. Because as a future engineers, our duty or my duty goes beyond the blueprints. We are accountable for the safety and well-being of the public. Personally, this class made me more self-aware. I started questioning my motivations like, am I doing this because it's easy or because it is right? It's a habit that made me more mindful and mature. I've also learned that ethics is not about being perfect, but about striving to be or to do better, to choose the right path even when it's difficult, and to take responsibility when we make mistakes. And I believe that ethics will also be my guide and my guide. Technically, knowledge can make me skilled, but ethics will make me trustworthy. It's what will help me make and responsible decision whether I'm working on design projects or any kind of fields in mechanical engineering or leading a team in the near future. So to sum up, this ethics class taught me that doing what's right isn't just a lesson to memorize, it's a way of life. It's about having integrity even when no one is watching, being accountable for our actions, and using our professions to make a positive difference in the world. And that's all. Thank you.